the art of wise strategy in building a captivating personality.
Hello, champions! If you're looking for real inspiration and words that can change your life, then you've come to the right place. But before we begin, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, because your support is the fuel that keeps us going.
To develop a truly captivating and magnetic personality, one must be armed with wisdom and subtle strategy. Knowing when to speak and, more importantly, when to remain silent is one of the greatest secrets to success. Speaking out of turn can diminish your charm and impact. Navigating life requires a special kind of intelligence, a strategic mindset that helps us gracefully handle life's ups and downs. Life is a battlefield, and only those equipped with both courage and wisdom emerge victorious. And those who do inspire others through the stories of their triumphs. Among the many tools for building a successful and magnetic personality, wise diplomacy stands at the top. Being strategic doesn't mean being manipulative. It's a survival skill, a way to avoid harm while winning hearts and maintaining dignity. When we treat someone with a disability or weakness with kindness and respect, we leave a lasting impression of compassion. People see the beauty of our character, and instead of criticizing us, they admire us. However, caution must be balanced. Excessive caution can lead to fear and paralyze our minds. The key is moderation. Be cautious, but never to the point that others notice it. If they do, it may be seen as insecurity or weakness, and that erodes trust.
It's okay to observe others carefully, but only if your goal is to see the good in them, not to hunt for flaws. The former builds trust, the latter poisons relationships. Suspicion that grows out of doubt destroys bonds, while wisdom-driven caution creates security and builds confidence. Envy, on the other hand, is a hidden fire. It begins as a spark and ends in destruction. Even between the closest of friends, once jealousy creeps in, it can burn down years of love and loyalty in seconds. A story is told of two painters, dear friends who worked together for years. One day, one of them caught the attention of a wealthy man who admired his art. Suddenly, success knocked on his door. Filled with joy, he shared the news with his best friend, unaware that a fire of jealousy was beginning to smolder in his heart. That night, the jealous friend quietly approached his companion's finest painting, brush in hand and black paint ready to ruin it. But the successful artist, who had been watching from the shadows, didn't confront him. He quietly returned to bed and pretended to be asleep. When the jealous friend realized he'd been spared from shame, his conscience struck him. Overcome with guilt, he whispered, "Forgive me, my friend. I was blinded by envy." The wise artist simply smiled and replied, "Maybe it was just a bad dream," pretending he knew nothing. That's emotional intelligence. That's the art of winning people, even at their weakest. If he had responded with anger, the envious friend may have destroyed much more than a painting. But with calmness and emotional restraint, he saved both a friendship and a masterpiece. The truth is, when you recognize someone's weakness, you don't need to expose it. Protect yourself silently and act wisely. Drama solves nothing. Raising your voice only makes things worse.
Jealousy between friends is like an invisible glass wall. You can't always see it, but it creates distance. And the more successful you become, the more envy will try to follow. But wise people face envy not with hostility, but with calm intelligence. When your enemy realizes you've uncovered their schemes, they often become more vicious. The smarter response is to act with patience, not confrontation. To be great requires a big heart and steady nerves. To hear hurtful words and respond with grace. to turn envy into admiration, and admiration into love. It's not easy, but it's the path of true greatness. And when you walk this path, people will talk about you with respect, not resentment. You become a story that others want to tell. We must also remember, life is not controlled by people. It is shaped by their desires. Desires fuel action. Everything good or bad around us is a product of human desires. And from these desires, emotions like pride, jealousy, and envy are born. Among all human enemies, envy is the most dangerous. It burns silently and swiftly. The wise person senses this fire before it sparks and never lets it ignite. So let us rise above, not by stepping on others, but by protecting their feelings, so that envy never has a reason to arise in their hearts. Let us become the kind of people others admire, not resent. That is the secret to true influence and true peace.